Looking for admission of your child to a good school? What schools should you not choose while you are looking for admissions? There are certain important criteria that you must consider before opting for a school. The first thing is, sometimes it so happens that the school has an exceptionally good infrastructure, and once you enter into the premises, you feel, oh yes, my child should enter this premise. But it can be a scene that it is all pomp and no show. That means, despite excellent infrastructure being built by the school, the quality of instructors is too pathetic. The equipments are not there, the laboratories are not well equipped, and the staff is not at all polite. Do you want your child to be in hands of such a staff? Definitely not. So make sure that the school that you select is not all pomp and no show. That's a simple term that I would use here. The next important thing is how good the management is. Let's say you are entering into an admission process and you see all chaos around. You are not able to find a right path, a right person who could direct you to a right place. Do you want your child to be in a school like that, where even the external management is not being handled? If the external management is not being handled, how would they handle a child for next 5 to 7 years or 10 to 12 years? So, whether the management is good or not is a very important question. The next important question that comes in is how your children are treated in the premises. It should not be a case that once the child enters into the premises, the child gets a feeling that I am indebted because I am admitted into this school. Can you understand what impact this would have on the psychology of the child? How would a child feel when the child is under a constant burden that the child is being bestowed into this school, and that's something that is a great thing for the child? So that feeling should not enter the mind of the child. It should be a place where child could become a free, independent citizen. The next important thing that as a parent you need to take into account is whether the school is ready to share every location. That means if you ask the school that you want to tour the school, they are ready to allow you to enter each and every corner. Probably they might say that there is examination going on, please avoid these classrooms. That's totally fine. But note that if there are certain areas where parents are allowed or parents are not allowed to enter. So make that another important point. That is very paramount for the safety and the security of the children. The next important point is how the surrounding area is. Now when I say how the surrounding area is, whether it is well lit, even if there are evening functions, if the child has to attend school during night hours, there are ample of street lightings around. What is the student-teacher ratio? It should not be a scene where there is so much crowding that you are just a drop in the ocean. So 80 people, 100 students in a classroom with just one teacher, one person who is supervising them. There is no personal attention, no personal individual attention to the student. So check out for student-teacher ratio, student-worker ratio or the employee ratio, how well the things are being managed there. The next important thing is definitely transparency. Now this transparency is not just for your fees or the amount that you are paying to the school, but it is also in various other disciplines. So this transparency would reflect in the academics, in the co-curricular activities, how is the school performance. So if the school is so much inclined just for academics, no other co-curricular, then definitely you won't find a good personality development for the child there. There are many things that you need to keep into account before you select a good, decent school for your child. And the most important thing is, make sure these are the things you should be very careful before going for any school, be it closer to your location, be it away from your location, be it a good school which you have heard in the names from others, but make sure you yourself make a point to check the school and make sure that your child's psychology won't be impacted, because as a parent you are the best judge of your child. So this was about understanding which school you should not choose. Now definitely you might ask, what are the criteria we should look for when we are selecting a school? So that session we would cover in the next lecture. So stay tuned. Wish you very good luck.